everybody out there in Geekland. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, coffee. I'm going to run you through some of the many ways you can make coffee at home. First up is just a single serving gold filter, really easy if you're making 1 cup. Grind the beans, put them in, pour the water over. You can let it steep as long as you want, kind of like tea. In fact, you can use this for both. Very easy, single serving gold filter. Common around Mediterranean, Greece, Turkey, Turkish coffee, Greek coffee, very finely ground. Put the coffee in the bottom, boiling water, let it sit, and pour it off into the cup. After stirring it up, it settles out in the cup. Real easy. Next is the mocha pot. Usually you've seen the simple cast aluminum ones. This is a copper one I bought years ago when I lived in Europe. Mocha pot is stovetop. It's probably still the most common way to make coffee in Italy. Water goes in the bottom, filter goes in. This needs a new ring. Put it on the stove on medium-high, and the coffee just bubbles up through the mocha pot. I'm guessing almost all of you know the French press, and probably a lot of you use it. You grind very coarse. For most coffee grinders, this will be the coarsest setting. You put the coffee in the bottom, fill it up with boiling or nearly boiling water. We usually let this steep for 4 minutes before we push the grinds to the bottom and pour the coffee out. Now, a tip with that, or really the mocha pot, anything else you're making more than 1 serving if you're not going to use it right away, get a thermal carafe. Pour the coffee in it after you make it. This will keep it hot most of the rest of the day. I'll give you a little tip about the French press. Most French press pots you get today only have a single filter. Most of them you'll find will only have this filter and the screen up above. Some of the older ones had this double. If you can find the double filter, get one of those, or like I've done, this is a bit of a Frankenstein, a couple of different pots put together. This filters out a bit more of the silt of the coffee. Now, an old classic is the Chemex. This is a beautiful design from the 1950s. This is what we would call a drip, or it used to be called a drip. Now everyone calls it a pour over. Best to use their filters. They come in white or brown like this. They seem to filter more of the oils out. It's a very nice, sophisticated cup of coffee. You put a medium grind in here, pour the water over very slowly, let it drain through until it's all done. This you're going to lose a lot of heat, so I recommend pouring this into the thermal carafe right away. Another popular way to make coffee right now is the AeroPress. This is great, like the gold filter, for making single servings. The way this works is the pre-cut filters go in there, go in the bottom of this. Coffee goes in, you even get a little funnel with it. This you need to put on your cup before you pour the water in because the water starts to seep. Pour the boiling water in there, let it sit about 10 or 15 seconds, stir it up, and then you have a plunger to push it through. Interestingly enough, everybody thinks it's the plunger that's pushing the water through. It's not. It's the air pressure built up within the tube. A little bit of geekiness for you there. A couple of interesting other things to know about. If you don't have an espresso machine and you want to froth milk, you can get a countertop frother like this. I use it often. It works very, very, very well. Let's talk about grinders for a moment. This, contrary to popular belief and contrary to advertising, is not a coffee grinder. They tell you it is. It's really a little whirly blade machine that's a chopper. It's great for chopping spices or dried herbs, but frankly it's not a very good coffee grinder because it's very inconsistent. No matter how you make your coffee, if you're buying whole bean, you need a grinder at home. You need something that's a burr grinder. So shop around, see what you can find that's in your price range, I use this Vario. It's very handy. It can do a lot of different things for me. Last but not least, the home espresso machine. You can make espresso, cappuccino, latte with the steam wand. These don't necessarily have to be so expensive. There are lots of choices. This is a really good one, the Rancilio Silvia. I bought it about 20 years ago used, and it still works like a charm. I hope you've enjoyed our little trip through some of the ways you can make coffee at home. Till next time.